10 biggest betrayals in the Bible. 1. Delilah betrays Samson. Samson and Delilah were lovers. He was so strong that no one could defeat him. Samson revealed his secret to Delilah. The source of his strength was in his hair. She informed the Philistines. They cut off his hair while he was sleeping. 2. God's people betray God. Ezekiel 16 portrays God as a loving husband. Jerusalem is symbolically described as his wife. When the people start worshiping idols, God feels betrayed.
You adulterous wife, you prefer strangers to your own husband,
he says, but he later forgives them. 3. Satan betrays Eve. The serpent didn't make his intentions known. He won Eve's trust and tempted her with secret knowledge. She and Adam tasted the forbidden fruit. They discovered too late that they'd been betrayed. 4. Cain betrays Abel. The brothers gave offerings to God, but only Abel's gift was favored. Cain grew jealous and sullen of his brother, so he invited him for a walk in the field. Abel never suspected a thing. Once they were outside, Cain killed him. 5. Saul betrays David. King Saul was David's father-in-law, but he grew jealous of David's battlefield successes. He asked his son-in-law to play the harp for him. While David was playing, Saul tried to spear him. David escaped, so Saul raised an army to pursue him. He never managed to capture and kill him. 6. Joseph's brothers betray Joseph. Joseph was Jacob's favorite son. His 11 brothers were jealous of him, so they grabbed him and stripped him of his multicolored tunic. Then they threw him into an empty cistern. They sold Joseph to a traveling merchant caravan. Then they smeared some goat blood on his tunic. They showed it to Jacob and said Joseph had been killed. 7. David betrays Uriah. Uriah the Hittite was one of King David's best soldiers. While Uriah was away fighting, David slept with Uriah's wife, Bathsheba. Then he plotted to have Uriah killed. On his orders, the soldier was left with no support. Uriah was killed, and David married Bathsheba. 8. Ahab betrays Micaiah. Micaiah was a prophet known for being truthful. King Ahab asked him if he would succeed against Aram. Micaiah didn't want to anger him, but Ahab kept insisting. Finally, Micaiah told the truth. Ahab would be killed. His armies would be scattered. Ahab had Micaiah thrown in jail until his return. Of course, he never returned. 9. Joash betrays Zechariah. Joash was a king of Judah who started out all right, but then the priest who had brought him up died. Joash surrounded himself with new advisors. He began bringing idols into the palace. The priest's son Zechariah criticized the idolatry. Zechariah was Joash's stepbrother, but King Joash had him stoned to death for criticizing him. 10. Judas betrays Jesus. Judas Iscariot is the most notorious traitor in history. He sold Jesus out for 30 pieces of silver. However, Jesus knew it was coming. He said as much at the Last Supper. Judas kissed Jesus to identify him to the Roman soldiers. All Jesus said was,
"Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss?"